Oh, welcome to Chicas Guapas.
Nice to meet you too.
Hi, Meg. First of all, congratulations of the premiere of Zombies 4. This time around, you're not only starring as Addison, but also serving as an executive producer. Woohoo! Congratulations.
Thank
How
you.
did the stepping behind the scenes change the way you approach the role? Because now you have more responsibilities, right?
Yeah, I think like on Zombies 1, Milo and I also had so much input in what we wanted to see in the movies, and because we care about them so much. And I feel like to actually be in an executive producer role and to actually have say, and it was just really cool. We felt so supportive. And I think like now playing Zed and Addison, it was very like meta because we were Milo and Meg like helping like Freya and Malachi through this like journey, but then at the same time, so was Zed and Addison with Victor and Nova. So it was like what was happening in the movie was also happening in real life. Even though Freya and Malachi are so incredible and amazing on their own, and they did not need our help at all, but it was just really cool that we were experiencing the same things that our characters were experiencing. So that made it really different than the other movies.
And you realize, Meg, that you are being a character of one of the biggest franchises in the world. It's like a cultural phenomenon, actually, because it's 1.2 billion streams and counting. And what do you think? There's a secret that keeps this, I don't know, franchise keeps going and growing? Or what do you think? Do you have faith, culture? I don't know, magic?
I have no idea. I actually have no idea. I think like a lot of it is the messaging of the movies. I think like it's the message of acceptance and treating others the way they want to be treated is just very like can't go old, and I feel like is a message that everyone needs to learn or be reminded of, especially kids. And I think we do it in a really fun way with like monsters and colors and music, and I think maybe that's why I feel like not only are the kids having fun, but it's fun for the parents to watch as well, and their kids are learning these great messages. Maybe that's why. I actually have no idea, but and also I think we have so much fun making them, and I think you can tell that we have a lot of fun.
I agree, and you were talking about that somebody is bold, colorful, and I love that it's super fashion forward too, because Chica Guapa, we love fashion. And how involved were you shaping Addison's style in this time? And what's your favorite look to wear? Because you are so fashionista on your Instagram too.
You. I think like with the costuming, we had a lot of say in like the new costumes, and we were sent like all these costume designs, and we got to put in our input and approval, but they were so incredible. It was just like not much needed there. And I think with Addison, they wanted to incorporate some of my own style, like that I wear into Addison, because
Nice.
throughout all the movies, I'm always in just like cheerleading costumes or maybe like a specific kind of like style. And so this one is like Addison's kind of knows who she is. There's no figuring out who she is anymore. So it was like, what would Addison want to wear? And so they incorporated a lot of my own. I think my favorite costume was like the one with the puffer vest. Like
I love that.
With the pink pants. Yeah, that was just really comfortable.
That's so funny. And you take it to home, or it was already yours?
I wish I could take it home, but
yes.
They have to keep that. And also, I love the wig this time around. It was definitely the best wig out of all the movies.
Really? How do you feel with that, with the wigs and with the makeup, the nails? You like each detail to develop your character, because actors sometimes not usually take really advantage of that, because it's another tool to create your Addison, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Especially putting on the wig, it feels like, okay, I'm Addison, Addison's not that much different from me. And so like, I mean, she is different. She's just like positive all the time. I definitely struggle with that, obviously. But I think playing her is just really cool. And the nails and the makeup and hair and costuming, it all just helps. Yeah.
I love it. And you look like a really positive person. You look like super happy and lovely. And you have millions of followers across TikTok and Instagram. And how do you balance being an actress, producer, digital creator, and the pressure while keeping authentic, right? How do you balance?
That's a great question. I think I'm still trying to figure that out, honestly. I think I don't feel like pressure. I do know that, the character Addison is like a huge role model for young kids. And, I think young kids aren't able to separate like Addison from me, and I understand because when I was younger, I thought Vanessa Hudgens was Gabriela Montez. Like I said it.
High School Musical, of course.
Yeah, like I thought that they were their own characters, and I think it's hard to separate the two. And I know that like young kids are watching me, so I'm just like aware of that. I feel like I used to feel pressure about that now, but now because I'm like 25, I feel like I can just be more authentic and be more myself, and I'm not afraid to post things that people might see because I feel like my personality itself is not very different from what I've already put out there. But I do strive to be more authentic and more myself.
Yes, but it's also good to keep some privacy, right? You don't have to share everything.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And I like that you also were talking that Zombie has always like between unity and breaking boundaries at the same time. In this chapter, we meet daywalkers and vampires. How do you think Dawn of the Vampires takes that message even further than the others?
I think it's like with this adding vampires and daywalkers, I think it's like just the message of like no matter like where you're at, even if you figure out kind of the acceptance and the changes in your own community, there you can like now take that message and spread it to other communities or other people. And it's just about like advocating for yourself and the people around you. And I think that message is very apparent. It's like as you get older and you see the same things happening to you, happening to other people, like you kind of can just like speak up about it and not be afraid to take charge. And I think that's what Zed and Addison do. And then also when like, you know, like hearing that information from other people who are maybe older than you, just like Victor and Nova, and getting the confidence to, you know, achieve what they want to achieve. And maybe it's not what your family wants or what the society wants from you, but if you love it, like you should go for it. So I think that's like what's really important. It's just kind of like continuing the message on.
I love Meg, all the positive message, all the fun, all the color, all the fashion. And finally, in Chicas Guapas, we are about female empowerment. So I want to have your advice. What you give to a young woman who wants to lead both on screen and behind the camera like you're doing right now?
I think, I'm trying to think. I feel like right now I'm at a point in my life where I'm really trying to figure out like what I want and what I want to do. And I think that is really important. I think just advocating yourself and speaking up for yourself. I feel like as a woman, it can be especially hard to speak your opinion without feeling like you're being too much or like a diva or dramatic. But I feel like just standing up for yourself and always being nice, but being able to advocate for yourself and be a leader and tell people no, like that's okay. Like, as long as you're doing it with grace and you're being nice about it, no one can ever tell you anything. So that's what I am still learning that, and I want to be really good at that. And so that's the best advice I could give because that's what I'm working on right now.
Thank you so much, Meg. We are keep working, no? All the women are already working. So thank you for your message. And I love your role. Addison is amazing. So everybody go to see Vampires 4. Thank you so much.